here, and I'm going to be doing an updated how I edit my Instagram photos. I posted one of these a few months ago, but since then I've gotten so many requests to do a new one, just comments on my YouTube and on my Instagram as well. I consider my feed to be pretty minimal. It has a lot of white and black, and then I don't have a lot of color on it. I like to have it mostly unsaturated, a lot of like neutral tones and such. I don't know, that's just how I personally like it. Show you how to keep a cohesive feed and how to edit 3 photos using the apps and tips and tricks that I like to use when editing pictures. So I hope you guys can see my Instagram feed here. This is just how I'm gonna show it to you. It seems to be the best on the camera this way. So this is my Instagram. My username is letter I, letter M, Drew Scott. So it makes it I'm Drew Scott. You can see it right there. And then I just wanted to show you sort of my Instagram style. It's very minimal, a lot of blacks, a lot of whites, just very clean, and I think that this is just like a really fun and trendy sort of Instagram aesthetic that's been going around recently. But I first wanted to share with you the 3 apps that I like to use. My main app is VSCO Cam, which is this one up here. I also love Snapseed, and I use Snapseed just for white photos when I want to make them extremely white. That's a great tip that I'm going to show you guys. And then Afterlight is also one that I use. Sometimes I primarily just use it if I want to do lens flares or something a little artistic. So I have in my VSCO Cam 3 photos. These 3 photos at the top here are the ones I'm going to show you. There is a food photo, and then there's just a white space photo, and then there's an outfit of the day OOTD fashion photo, which is the ones I primarily post that you guys always ask about. So I think I'm going to start with that one. I'm just going to click on it and then click the little tool down here to edit it. So this is a full photo, and this is actually taken on my professional camera. That's the first thing I will mention is a lot of my outfit photos are taken on a professional camera because these 3 filters that I'm going to share with you are the 3 filters I use on all my photos. They're the primary filters I like to use. And the first one's SE3, that's one that I love using. And then the other 2 are far down here. I have a ton of filters just because I like to give myself a variety. HB1 and HB2. But the one I'm gonna use for this photo is actually the HB2, and I'm gonna double click on it and probably bring it down to like an 8. I typically go around 8 or 9 for a lot of mine. I don't like to scroll all the way up to 12. I just feel like sometimes it's a little bit too much. So I'm just gonna keep it at a 9 there and check mark. And then another tip that I use on VSCO Cam is click on the wrench here. I don't use any of these except for the triangle, and that's the sharpen, and I will increase the sharpen to 2, plus 2 sharpening. That's all I'll do. So I'm gonna go here, and then I'm just gonna click the check mark to finish the editing process, and then I'm going to just save it to my camera roll right here. That'll save. And then after that has saved, you can go onto your Instagram and I'm just gonna show you what else I do because I love using Instagram's applications to edit photos as well. So I'll click next, and this is the photo that we were just editing over in VSCO Cam. And I'm gonna click on the wrench right here. And these tools are amazing. They are so much more precise than the VSCO Cam ones because on this photo I might increase the brightness a little bit. I definitely suggest playing around with the ones in the Instagram app. I find that they are amazing and they really do make your images much more precise than the VSCO Cam one because the VSCO Cam one literally jumps up in increments of 20% each time, so sometimes you just want 10% of a warmth added to it. And then this photo will be ready to post on Instagram. I will just write my caption and share it. That's all I have to do for that one. The next one I'm going to share with you is the white background photo. This is what it essentially looks like. It is just a lot of different items posted on taking a photo of actually on this table, this white background here. I'm gonna use SE3. I find SE3 creates a really nice black and white, but it still leaves the color in there. It's not a black and white filter, it's still a colored filter, but it makes your blacks as black as possible and your whites as white as possible. And then just sharpen it up by 2. And then this is where the fun part comes in on Snapseed. If you have never used Snapseed before, it's actually a Google app, and you just click on it, and then you're going to import your photo just from your photo library. Go to camera roll, import the picture. Here it is, and as you can see, there's a lot of gray in this photo. Here's a pure white image right here, the pure white on the top and bottom. There's quite a bit of gray, so we're gonna get rid of that, and I'm gonna show you how. Down at the bottom, there's this blue button that says Selective Adjust. That's the only tool I use on this application. And you're gonna click the plus sign right here, click right in a spot that you want to be pure white, and just increase the brightening. I'm not sure if you can see how white this is compared to this top corner, but that is how you get white photos. You just tap around and just increase the brightening. And you could even broaden the range of how much you want it. Let's say you have around, and you can go back and forth between applications just to get it as white as possible. But this is a lot whiter than before, and that's what I like. Go ahead and alter it a little bit. So this is the really white one. This is the gray one. Can you tell the difference in that? White, gray, white, gray. And you're gonna click next, and then I might just increase brightness a little bit. Contrast I might increase a little bit, and then I'll go to saturation, decrease that a little, and then maybe in my shadows I'll decrease it, and then this photo is ready to post on Instagram. That's all I'll do. My last photo is a food picture. I find that these 3 photos are sort of the general ones that I'm posting. I do post other photos, but I'm not gonna edit all of them here for you guys. I'll probably use SE3 on this photo. And I'll just maybe do about, 8 of it. Just increase the sharpness by 2, and that's all I'm gonna do on VSCO Cam. This is another photo that I would put into Snapseed, and the only reason I would put this one into Snapseed is just because of all the white space in the background. Cleaner, clearer. Let's brighten those up. It does take a little bit of practice because you don't want to overdo some of the brightness, or sometimes it looks almost fake, or there's too much harsh lighting in the photo. So that's probably what I would do for this specific photo, a page. And then I will go ahead and maybe brighten it a little bit to brighten the overall photo. Maybe bring down the warmth to a little bit more of a blue tone to make sure that your white is a stark white and not like an off-white or a cream, because the red tones in that will make it a cream. And then the saturation is where you're gonna pull down your color. That's all I would do. This one is ready to post onto Instagram. So I hope that gave you a little bit of insight on how I edit my Instagram photos, and it gave you a few pointers on how to edit yours if you wanna add a different app to your collection or something. Maybe this helped you out, but I hope you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to follow my Instagram account if you do enjoy my photos. I post multiple times a day, honestly, and I think it's pretty inspirational even for myself. So I love looking at the photos and other people's photos and such. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you can comment, rate, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up too, because that would be awesome. Thanks guys, bye.